So that first 45 minutes on Saturday is arguably the worst 45 minutes I have seen in a game of football. And I get the conditions weren't great. I get in terms of, Dundee United team bus arriving late, albeit they were still able to pop off and have the pre-match meal.
Hearts may have won the first half trophy during the weekend against Celtic, but that certainly wasn't the case for Rangers, as Kris Boyd said it was the worst 45 minutes he's ever seen. And he's seen a lot of bad football at Ibrox. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. And it's fair to say that Rangers are not the first half kings, as they could have been 2-0 down to Dundee United. It was almost enough to make Kris Boyd turn off. He didn't want to look anymore. He wanted to turn away. As he said, it was quite possibly the worst 45 minutes he's ever seen in a football match.
And I agree with Boyd. He also said pre-match that, what have I done to deserve this? As he was standing outside Ibrox Stadium, preparing himself, knowing what was going to happen. And you know what? It was the first game back after an international break. Where was the performance demand for Clement? Where was the change?
Well, speaking of what Kris Boyd's done to deserve this, I'm asking myself the same question. What has he done? It's only a matter of time, I think, before Kris Boyd phones in sick for one of these Old Firm derbies. How can he sit next to Sutton knowing what's going to happen? You know what I mean? He's sitting there pre-match knowing for a fact that in 2 hours' time, Sutton's going to be sitting across him all smug, and Boyd's just going to have to sit there and take it. Whatever shite Sutton throws at his direction, Boyd's going to have to eat it all up.
I know. Eat it all.
And it looks like he's ate a lot of shite over the last, in 13 years.
Aye. Pre-match meal full of shite, but it's yeah, you're right. I mean, it is soul destroying, Boyd. It was, I think it was the worst 45 minutes of the season. I think hands down, easily.
Well, I was lucky I didn't see it, so had what's going on my nose?
No, you're getting beat 1-0, right, against Dundee United, who are decent this season. Dessers has one touch in the first half, or the first 40 odd minutes, right? Does that not tell you everything you need to know? The fact that your striker had one touch? It does. Where's the reaction for these players? There's a lot of hate on Clement, right, and rightfully so, because the guy's shiting out of his depth, right, and he spouts BS. But do you not think the players need to take a bit of responsibility as well?
Yeah,
it's
but
not always the manager.
No, I totally get that, but at the end of the day, the manager's the one that gets the blame. He's the one that picks these players, and he bought quite a few of them as well. So,
and they're all duds.
Aye,
most of them, 90% of them are duds.
Yeah, you could blame the players, but then you'd have to blame the players for when Bale got sacked. You would have to blame the players for when Gio got sacked, and that's the same players that got Rangers to a European Cup final. So, I mean, it's all right saying the players need to take their responsibility, but at the end of the day, always falls on the manager, doesn't it?
It does.
Although,
Rangers got already a lot of players though, so I guess it has fallen on the players.
Although, when you think about it, do the players really get their fair share of criticism? Because I feel when things are going well at a club, players definitely get more praise
than the manager.
Maybe not more than the manager, but I think the players definitely get, at least as much praise as the manager gets. But then when things are going negative, it's always seemed, well, you never see a player get sacked for a team doing bad.
No.
The manager always takes the fall.
No, never. And you're right. It's like when you flip it, the manager can get praise like a player, but he'll certainly get the hate, dished out to him when things are going wrong. But rightfully so. I'm not here to defend Clement, man. It's mad. Like, see, a month ago, we were locked in a debate about who was better between Bale and Clement, and I can't even believe I was turning around and saying Clement.
I know, you were defending Clement, and I was trying to tell you, it's Bale. Stats show it's Bale.
You saw the future. You've been time traveling. What does the future hold? Let me know.
No titles anyway, that's for sure. See that 55 number? You're going to be stuck on that forever. Anyway, Kris Boyd, do we have a transcript or...?
No, we do not, because he was simply speaking to the Scottish Sun Sport, right, with Roger Hannah. Two high IQ individuals.
Who, Boyd and Hannah?
Who's that reminds you of? Me and you.
Wonder if Hannah thought Hearts won the first half against Celtic.
Yeah, well, maybe, but as Boyd said, he did go on to speak, right, about Cyril Dessers, and, he's been in Cyril Dessers' shoes before, where, he's getting a lot of criticism, but sometimes you don't get the service. I agree, but as soon as Danilo came on the pitch, he set up Tierney, and he scored, and he set up Tierney again and he scored, but it was offside. Dessers had one touch in 40 odd
You
minutes.
can talk
That's
about-
not down to service, folks. That's down to Dessers not doing his job.
Yeah, you can talk about service and all this shit, but at the end of the day, Boyd didn't need 5 chances to score.
No, he needed like 1 or 2.
So yeah, I mean, maybe that's Boyd being a striker, you know, trying to back his fellow striker. But then again, Gordon Dale was a striker, and he's been really heavily critical of Dessers.
Yeah, Dessers just hasn't been good enough. And then the problem with that is for Rangers is that you've got the game on Thursday, and the 2 guys that changed the game, and Danilo and Hadji, are not registered in the Europa League squad. It's just everything is just a laughing stock. So, and as people have discussed, right, what is the harm of actually starting Igamani up front against Nice?
What would be the harm in starting Hadji and Danilo up front domestically? I know we're not up front, but starting.
Nothing. I mean, everyone wants him to start.
Dessers surely has had enough time. He's had enough opportunities. He should be dropped. He shouldn't be the number 1 anymore. That's Clement that keeps picking him.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And then and Dessers, man, it's like maybe if he gets dropped, he will maybe just get better. I think competition's healthy, man. If you've got 2 strikers trying to start for the club, they're going to try a wee bit more. For too long, due to Danilo's injuries and other reasons, Dessers has just been the main guy. And for that reason, you can get... It just becomes stagnant. You get relaxed and it feels like you doesn't have to put as much effort in. It is so much better at a club if you've got 2 players fighting for each position, isn't it?
Well, absolutely.
I mean, I think there is some positions, like the goalkeeping position, where if you've got a clear number 1 or even 2 guys that are relatively... The guy who's better is going to start most games. And I tell you what, Jack Butland, questionable for the goal. I wouldn't mind giving Liam Kelly a run out.
Crazy to think that wasn't that long ago people were saying 15 million minimum for Jack Butland. It's looking more like 1.5 now, isn't it? I mean,
hopefully no one's listening to this is going to put in a bid, but you look at Rangers and it's like, where does the future go, man? We're 11 points behind.
No, but honestly, let's say Jack Butland said he wanted to leave Rangers in January and he had to be sold. I reckon the transfer fee would be closer to 1.5 than 15. I think his form's been terrible this season.
Well, I agree, man, because all it really takes for that to be true is that you could still get like 7 or 8 and you'd still be closer to 1.5, so...
Aye, well...
quick maths there.
That's how numbers work.
That's how numbers... but there's some people watching this didn't go to school, so we need to dumb it down for them, you know what I mean?
Alright, fair enough.
You know what I mean? But, it turns out that Clement didn't really go to coaching school.
Maybe he needs to go back.
I think, no, he doesn't need to go back, man. He just needs to stay away, get sacked, and bring somebody into the end of the season to sort this out. Because again, a lot of talk about... What do you think? Do you not think you just give it to someone to the end of the season, then appoint someone clean slate at the end of a season, start of a season?
So you think you should just write this season off?
Yeah.
You don't even try and fight back and get second, no?
Well, I think if you bring an
what about Europe?
If you bring I'm talking about an intern manager. I'm talking about sack Clement and then bring somebody into the end of the season.
So you let Clement stay and manage European games?
No. What are you smoking? Just sack him right here, right now.
So you just toss away the European campaign?
Not the European campaign.
Well, who interim manager? Name one. Who you thinking of? Give me a...
People are firing names out like
you
Alex McLeish, Barry Ferguson, people like that.
You want Alex McLeish? You seen what he done at Scotland?
He did all right things for Rangers once upon a time.
No, come on. Alex McLeish against this Celtic team?
Oh, aye, because Philip Clement against this Celtic team.
I think it could be double digits.
What?
If Alex McLeish managed Rangers and played this current Celtic team?
You think it would be double digits?
I think it could be, aye. Why not?
What, like 10-0?
Could get close to that, aye.
What a ridiculous thing to say.
Oh, hold on, did we not lose fucking 3-0 to get Kakistan?
Oh, hold on, no, come on, that's Kakistan.
Aye.
The mighty Kakistan.
I'm telling you.
Too much is being made of that McLeish Scotland run. It was a bad spell.
A bad spell?
Aye.
He fucking had us playing like San Marino. What are you talking about bad spell?
Here, I believe not too long ago you were actually putting a lot of praise on McLeish, saying that it was Steve Clark that hoovered off his coat.
No, that was some dick on scoreboard. Don't be starting that crap.
I know, but in all seriousness, man, anyone's better than Clement.
Yeah.
I'd take Beale back.
With Steve Clark.
Oh, aye, Steve Clark.
Even though he said he'd never go. He'll never manage them.
He'd never go.
Bottle fast to change his mind.
Well, that's true. Here, see all that.
Rangers whiskey. They've got someone
Aye,
there.
loads, aye.
Fucking just give him a free pass in the Rangers shop. He'll be all right.
I've the sweet one up there, the sweet one trilogy. 46.5% volume. Fucking, come on down,
A few
Steve.
glasses of that, and Steve Clark will sign a contract for free. He'll be like, yeah,
He'll be singing all the songs.
I'd be like a guy if he's still game, the junkie, Pete the junkie, Pete the Jakey,
Pete the Junkie. Drank his hoose, Wayne's the lot. Anyway, that's where we're going to reel this in because it's time to go. One pair of underpants smells like pish lives under the bridge. That's Steve Clark. But the promised land, Ibrox.
I feel like Clement will be under the bridge soon.
Aye.
He'll be fucking joining.
Jumping off the bridge, one of the two. Anyway, guys, right, that's where we're going to leave it. Chris Boyd's right. It was worse 45, you'll see. Can it get worse? It can.